Do I have students that take all 17? No, I would say we have students that take about 15 or 16, right? I don't know how you can take all 17. So I don't think it's about quantity, it's about quality. Because you have to ask yourself, and critically you guys can examine this, do you take, if you took 15 AP classes, but you studied, but did not do anything with your resume, and you still got, a 4.5 or 4.6 because you had all these AP? Or would you take the student who has maybe a 4.2 GPA like we talked about earlier, but their resume makes them look like a leader. The resume looks like, oh wow, this person might be very successful in their career. Or this person might be the student body president. Or it might start a club at our university. Who would you take? At the end of the day, I don't know many colleges that would say I would take the student who only studied. Right, because the person in their dorm room didn't really contribute anything, honestly. If they were to do this in college, that person in the dorm room, they just sat there or sat at the library all day, but they didn't add to the college. They didn't add anything. And I think colleges want people that add to the community, make an impact somewhere, whether it's at the community or at their jobs. They want people that are active. So I think it's a fine line. Now, some people may get a 1600 with ease and be able to handle 17 AP classes. Not everyone's like that. So I don't think that they're looking for that. How do you equalize? You can't. I think the only equalizer is how much you do outside of school. And then, to add to your AP class question, I think they matter a lot because you can't go through high school without challenging yourself. How are you going to show Stanford or Berkeley or whatever that you're college material if you've taken regular courses, right? So I think the number of AP classes needs to be counted in some ways, but you don't want to go overboard like 15. You may find a common ground, well, maybe 8 or 10 is okay, right? So, but I would never say 2 or 3, right? Because 2 or 3 means, oh, you took about 1 in sophomore, junior, and senior year. May not be enough, right? It could get you into a college like we were speaking of. Maybe a UC, but maybe not the one that you want to go to, depending on your GPA and all that, right? And then the last question.
Okay.
Sorry,
for that, these 2 questions, you can ask the students themselves directly if you come to the college planning program.
Oh, right, after that.
Sorry, yeah, to answer your question, that's where the experts like UCEazy comes in. Because we don't know all the details. They are the experts here, right? So, it is better to start early, like 9th grade. So that's why the college counselors come in.
And the last question was about scholarship. The way I see it is if you're applying for a scholarship, you are like applying to college, right? The well-known scholarships like Bill and Gates Millennium Fund, Questbridge, and all these other type of scholarships, they obviously are the cream of the crop, right? You had to write an essay, you had to get a letter of recommendation, you had to contribute something more than just grades or SAT scores. So do those scholarships have similar weight? I think if you can get into, let's say, if you can get an HP or a Bill and Melinda Gates scholarship, that's kind of like the equivalent of getting into a rigorous college. Because there's a lot of work and there's a lot of support needed from letter writers, etc. So they have equal value, and just as many colleges are out there as scholarships. There are tons of scholarships out there. So your search for a college is similar to a search for a scholarship.